The host and founder of the Psychic News Network. How are you? Something is amiss because it seems like people aren't getting their notifications, but I'm just going to go with whoever shows up because that's how we do here. The show must go on, and we got a lot to talk about. I bet you anything people are going to say they didn't get their notification. I'm going to have it out with YouTube in the very near future. But anyway, happy Labor Day. I hope you had a great weekend. Go ahead and tell your friends that we're having a show and it's free and they can show up. All right, September 2nd. In a few short hours, we're going to be right in the midst of a new moon in Virgo. So Virgo is a great astrological energy for being grounded, really excellent for doing clearing out of the summer. I know it's sad. I can feel the sadness in the air today, especially here. It's like, oh, no more beach. Well, we could still go to the beach, but no more, vacation, no more taking it easy, right? It's So I'm glad we're getting together. So we're feeling a little down that the summer went by so fast, and at least in the north where I am, northeast, the cold weather will be coming, but it does take a little while. It does take a little while to get here. So today, Kamala Harris and even Joe Biden were on the campaign trail. Tim Walz was on the campaign trail. I'm losing track of where they are. They were in Pennsylvania. I think they were in Michigan. They're doing so many campaign stops, which is a really good thing. That they're, well, you're proud of me? Good. Thank you. I'm kind of losing track of like where they're stopping, and they've been very busy. They've been busy. Oh, thank you for the compliments. I love that you're here. Make sure you subscribe and hit the thumbs up. Anybody who's new. And also make sure that you resubscribe, because as you well know by now, YouTube has not been very friendly to me, shall we say. So we really are in a time of accelerated pace of everything. Today was a kind of a slowish day. You enjoyed the schooner show. I was able to get out, and we had stellar, beautiful weather here. My song became the theme song for the Psychic Democracy Marathon. I'm so grateful for that. Yeah, please ask everyone to share that song. Real important. Thanks. So, we had a beautiful, beautiful weekend. Behind me, you can probably see the beautiful sky. The sun will be setting in a little bit during the show. It always gets dark during the show because we're in twilight. Oh, thank you so much for letting me know. So what? Buzz from motorcycles. What people are referring to was I couldn't attend, but I did send my song about January 6th in. We won't be backing down, and a short video that I made just expressing the importance of us all taking this really seriously where we are at as a nation. Not only do we need to save our country, but we need to save the world by saving our democracy, because saving our democracy means we save the world. And I'm not just saying that. What's Joe Biden always say? No joke. This isn't hyperbole, right? Not a joke, not a joke. This isn't hyperbole. So I'm really grateful to hear that during that, I guess it was kind of like a telethon sort of thing, where a bunch of psychics, there were at least a dozen, I think, got together and did readings for people, and all whatever they earned, 100% went to the Harris Walz campaign. Hats off to Deborah Lupien. I don't know if I'm saying her name properly, but she did reach out to me to do that. hats off to Marina. We did a show. What day was it? Was it Friday? Yes, it was Friday. We did a show on Friday. I remember that because I screwed up. I screwed up my show a little bit on Friday night. But anyway, I digress. Marina and I did a show, and Marina reminded me that I had promised. I remembered I had promised to do a video. So thanks to Marina, she's out there. And they raised over $8,000. Wow. I bet there's more coming in. I feel like that's not the end of it. Joe and Kamala were awesome today. Their speeches are spot on. Yeah, it's getting powerful. So anyway, thank you to all the psychics that participated in that telethon. I'm calling it a psychic telethon. It's kind of what it was, right? Remember the old-fashioned telethons? And please, please, please share that song with the video, everybody. You can still donate. Yeah, I feel like you're going to make a lot more money will come in. If you want to put the link up, that would be helpful. Oh, good, good, good. Okay, excellent. The reason for that song is to raise awareness and get people motivated. So, I'm not personally attached. I just want people to hear it. Okay. As far as where we're at as a nation, nothing would have brought us together in the way that we are being brought together. Nothing would have done it. Nothing would have. I know, it's crazy. We didn't want to go through the whole Trump years, right? Nine years. We didn't want to go through it this way, but the things that we learn most deeply are the things that are most difficult are the things that we learn the most important and profound lasting messages and lessons from. And what I'm starting to see is, for instance, I saw on Midas Touch a clip of, I guess Glenn Youngkin was in Virginia. I'm not sure what kind of a rally it was and who it actually was for, because I didn't really catch that part. But my point about that is Glenn Youngkin was on the stage speaking, and he was drowned out by people cheering for Kamala Harris and saying, "We're not going back, we're not going back." And here's where he made a big mistake, Glenn Youngkin in Virginia. The governor, yeah, he was being booed, right, of Virginia. They really don't get it. We're the United States of America, which means the success of our democracy is 100% contingent upon us coming to the table and compromising and negotiating. Pause for motorcycles. Nice night for a motorcycle. Negotiating, coming up with agreements, reaching across the aisle. We're the United States of America. What was Glenn Youngkin doing? I couldn't even believe it. I mean, based on how they are, I guess I could believe it. But sometimes I just am incredulous that they don't even know how stupid they sound, because he was saying, well, you're over on that side of the room, meaning the Democrat, and you all over here. You know, he's like making sure that he makes everybody know that we're really divided. And like, basically, we shouldn't be talking to each other. Oh my God. They're out of touch. Exactly. I hadn't even read that, Michael. I hadn't gotten to that part. And you said exactly the same thing. Totally out of touch. Did you see that? Did it strike you the way that it struck me? Because I don't think that was really necessarily being commented on at the moment by, Midas Touch. It was commenting on something else, and I went, look at him. He's saying, oh, well, you guys stay over there, and you guys stay over there. How about let's talk? How about let's get together? You're human. You're humans. And let's find our common ground like we are United States citizens. Crazy. And then we'll get to the reading in a sec. Then I see, I actually don't have it queued up, but then I see like Trump on Mark Levin.
I think he might be forgetting his own names.
So, Trump on Mark Levin, a Fox show, Life, Liberty, and Levine, it's called. Levin, or whatever, however he pronounces his name. And I mean, he's sitting there and he's saying to Trump, the most godless man on the planet, as far as I'm concerned. And he's saying, well, I know you're a church-going man. Now, first of all, has anybody ever considered Donald Trump a church-going man? Has anybody... Joe Biden is a church-going man. We've seen him. We know he goes to Mass. He's a Catholic. He goes to Mass every day. Having been brought up as a Catholic, you can go to church every day. You can go to Mass. It's a short one. But, if I was President of the United States, I would too. But to talk to Trump and refer to him as a church-going man is an out-and-out lie. You have a question. Hey, Kalani, you made it. How you been? Kalani's always working. What up with Tulsi Gabbard, a Democrat turncoat, now supporting Trump on his transition team now? It's a cult. It's a cult. Church of the Holy Golf Cart. I like it. Good one, Darren. Donald Trump goes to the Church of the Holy Golf Cart. Let's remember, when he was in the White House illegitimately, what did he do all the time? And also in this interview, I just now listened to it on the Luke Beasley show, if you want to check it out. So he was talking about how Trump made decisions as president. Okay, so here's another doozy. I make decisions really fast. I'm able to make decisions really fast. Does that bring you comfort? Yeah, a president of the United States in the most powerful position on the entire planet. I make decisions really fast, and he's proud of it. Good Lord. Yeah, Tulsi Gabbard she drank the Kool-Aid. She drank the Kool-Aid. It's Michelle's saying, it's said the church supports that loser. What do you mean by that? It's said. That's a very general thing to say. It is said. All right. Did y'all have a good weekend? Tell me how it went. Did you have a good weekend? Yesterday, I spent about almost an hour on the beach videotaping this parade of sails for the Gloucester, the 40th annual Gloucester Schooner Festival. If you want to catch some of that, you don't have to watch the whole thing. But it was so beautiful. So amazing. I'm spoiled rotten, so that's why I try to bring it to you guys. Just in case you're not spoiled rotten, I grew up here and I always appreciated it. Even today I thought, this afternoon, I didn't do it. I had too much on my plate. Too much to do. But I almost went on a whale watch. But I had too much else going on to do that. Alright. Yeah, it was very cool. I'm going to pull 3 cards about the Walt Harris ticket right now, like today. Yeah, and I'm so grateful to be able to share with you all. It makes me joyful to be able to share the beauty here. Today was just incredible. Went for a long, long walk. It was getting quieter here because people are going back home. Yeah, just amazing. Okay. Harrison Walls. Okay. I am repeatedly getting cards that indicate the more, well, first of all, there's a blue wave. Okay. Let's start with that. I'm reading on Harrison Walls. So there's the blue wave. So I just want to tell you that. The closer we get to November, and it's coming really closely, remember we're at the end of summer, it's really happened fast. The closer we get to November, you can tag along with me anytime, Christine. The closer we get, the more they're going to attack. But it's because the MAGAs, notice we don't really even say Republicans anymore. Have we noticed that? The worse they'll get. Oh, great, Darren. I love that. The worse they will get. But this is because this is how the MAGAs are feeling. So what they're going to go for is, well, basically, like, how about, yeah, this card is so appropriate, right? The youth, the blue wave. Yeah, we have the power. And she even has like a blue, I think that's a fish coming out of her chalice. And I see it, look, it almost looks like, when you read cards, things look, they're kind of vague, and that's so it can kind of jog your subconscious, your intuition. There's like a blue fish coming out, and then it looks a little bit like where her hand is. It almost looks like a dollar sign. So how Kamala Harris and Tim Walz are doing is like this. And the MAGAs are feeling really hemmed in, so they're going to go for the jugular, like what Trump was reposting over the weekend, which, oh my God, it's such a cult. Because the most heinous things imaginable, the most misogynist, horrible things that you can imagine. It was either before or after the debacle at Arlington Cemetery. They're saying about Kamala Harris. I won't talk about it because it's so disgusting. I can't believe that I'm living during a time that I can't even repeat what a former president of the United States is saying or reposting, because it's too horrible for a person to say it. Can you believe it? So that's what they're going to start doing, is they're going to start getting personal, even more personal. Yeah, get ready for more disgusting. But it's because of this blue wave. The more the people, you did see power to the people in my thumbnail, the more we are coming together, and the more the middle class is growing, the more empowered the people are becoming. Thank you, Joe Biden. Thanks, Joe. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Zircon. Thank you, Joe. The more we're seeing the results of the Inflation Reduction Act, all the climate change initiatives, the more we see that, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I live in a tourist town. This place was mobbed this weekend. And that indicates to me that people are doing, in general, it's never everybody, but in general, people are doing pretty good. There's money out there to be spent. You know, if I look, like, I can see from here, just to my left, there's a giant hotel that it's about $400 a month to stay. And it's really close to where I was on the beach yesterday. It's right on that beach. So people are doing pretty well. Let me mention something about that, Rose. So this is the good news. This is what they're up against, but it's because MAGA's feeling hemmed in. So I want to speak to what Rose is saying when I was taking the video of the parade of sales of the schooners yesterday morning. There wasn't a Trump flag. There's only one Trump flag in sight. I think that you all know, because in June I wrote a letter to the paper. I was complaining about the photo bombing of our sacred event off the beach, where there was a guy and he put his Trump flag boat with a Trump flag right in the middle of the view. And I complained, and to tell you the truth, I caught holy hell for it from the jerks. But people, when I was walking in the parade, the 4th of July parades, distributing these with all my, my garb on, all my patriotic garb on, people were thanking me for writing the letter to the paper. You remember that? You were here. Okay. So on Friday here, just this past Friday, the mayor is a friend of mine. So I texted the mayor and I said, are Trump flags allowed on city property? Because from my vantage point, I was walking down on the sidewalk, I saw a Trump flag, at the dock. And he said, no, it's not allowed. And so then I took a picture and I went, oh, actually, it's not. It looked like from the street that I was on city property, but here it is. I think that because of my complaint, I'm sorry, it's a long story. I think that because of my complaint, maybe I will run for mayor, that I made people, this is what I sense, that I made people aware of how disturbing that would be to ruin the schooner event by having all these boats out there with Trump flags, because believe me, there were about a dozen of them last week out in the harbor flying their Trump flags just to speak about like the desecration of everything sacred. The famous fisherman at the wheel statue, Gorton's of Gloucester. There's an actual statue of fishermen at the wheel. It's been there for over 100 years. So they have a flag that says "Fisherman for Trump" with a picture of the fisherman at the wheel, which is an insult to this 400-year-old history of this area. And that's what they do. Trump goes to Arlington Cemetery and disrespects everything about what our country and these soldiers who gave the ultimate sacrifice, what that all means. Yes, trust the Gordon's fishermen. And I could believe it. I could believe it, but it was very, very upsetting. Fishermen for Trump. No, the fishermen aren't for Trump. The idiots are for Trump. Don't say all fishermen are for Trump. You know what I'm saying? Yes, they that go down to the sea in ships. It's a very famous statue. They had to go ahead and desecrate it. And speaking of that, I know. Warren wants to do a group hug. I'm gonna show you another example. Give me a topic. Oh wait, you probably saw that. I posted that. That was around this time of the night last night. Isn't that beautiful? This is what Trump did. This is what Trump is selling right now. Take a breath if it's going to make you angry. Look. Do you see that? He's selling that. Now, let's all get angry together. See it? I know you're saying lovely, referring to something else. Do you see it? Yeah, that's beautiful. The fisherman at the wheel is beautiful. Do you see this? He's selling this. Official presidential pin. Damon, are you back? Hi, good to see you. We liked hearing from you from Estonia. Damon's back. You know what I mean? I just had to take a picture because this is wrong, wrong, wrong. We are not going to stand for the desecration of everything that we hold sacred. And I don't know where my American flags went. Because I meant to put them up, but I can't find where I put them. It's easy to get more. What does it say? It says Trump in gold letters. You can buy a flag like this. Desecration of the American flag. Damon, drink a lot of water. You just must have just gotten in. You said you have massive jet lag. That's not fun. I need a moment. It makes me so upset. They desecrate everything, including the United States Constitution. All of it. Then in this interview, Trump also said, I don't know, I guess I'm just going on about this interview with Mark Levin, because I just listened to it. He was saying that Kamala Harris was so rough on Mike Pence in 2020 when they did a debate. And I'm thinking, well, I remember the fly landing on Pence's head. And I remember Kamala. I remember myself going, yeah, you go, girl. Because Pence, in the 2020 debate, Kamala and Mike Pence was interrupting her because he was insecure. She was making a good point, and he was trying to make it not a good point by interrupting. And she stopped and she said, I'm speaking. Excuse me, I'm speaking. Trump considers that, what a nasty, horrible woman. Because according to Trump and all his cohorts, a woman is not supposed to be strong, and a woman is not supposed to, apparently, open her mouth. And he also is claiming that, Kamala, she was so awful. She was so awful to Brett Kavanaugh. Do you know what she said to Brett Kavanaugh during his hearing? When he was lying that he would protect Roe? Do you know of any laws restricting a man's body? Oh, poor baby Kavanaugh. Oh. Do you know of any laws restricting men's bodies, that put restrictions on men's bodies? Oh, poor Brett Kavanaugh. Oh, he couldn't handle it. I like beer. Stop picking on me. Trump thinks that was too much. He ain't seen nothing yet. He ain't seen nothing yet. Baby. Trump. Warren, I'm sorry. I just called you Trump. Forgive me. That was totally an accident. Warren wants to do a group hug. Please hit the thumbs up. Oh my God. Oh, thank you. They played the song at the end of the... Please share that song, We Won't Be Backing Down. And Terry did the... Terry Hall, our friend, the woman I couldn't live without for helping me as much as she does, she did the slideshow. Please share that widely. Man. They're going to bring up Tim Walz's brother, who is MAGA. Oh, really? Oh, he'll... Warren, relax. It's fine. Why are you desperately needing a hug? A hug is a nice thing. We don't desperately need a hug. Yes, I'll make sure and thank Deborah for sharing that song so many times. All right. And if you want a version of it that's not attached to my YouTube channel, we have that too. If you just want to share it with us, because, it's part of my YouTube channel. Okay, so. Warren's saying it's been too long since we did a group hug. I was here Friday. You like the non-alcoholic beer that I drink? Yeah, I know, I'm out of it. I need to go get some. Tim Walz's brother is a MAGA supporter. We might read on that, because I do want to talk about that kind of thing. All right, what we're going to do, we're just deciding what to hug about. We're going to hug, and we're going to imagine so many people just really jumping on board and doing the work to save our democracy, to get Harris and Walz in the White House. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Group hug. All Americans with this new moon energy, they're going to put their foot down and say, that's it. I'm pushing everything aside and I am going to work on saving democracy. And I'm going to spread the word. All right. Good job. Thank you for the tip. Thank you for the hug. Excellent. Excellentness. Okay. I feel like I want to tell you all this. A lot of the people that are MAGA, and I've said this before, have been misled. Imagine it like this. Imagine it like this. Hear me out. Because this is really, really important, especially 2 months out from the election. Imagine somebody that you really, really loved was going to buy a car. And this somebody that you really, really loved tended to be a little bit, just a little bit gullible, didn't ask enough questions and everything. And imagine that person that you loved went to buy a car on their own, maybe a used car. the stereotypical used car salesman thing. And that used car salesman knew there was something very wrong with the car, but started, befriending them, and maybe your loved one who was buying this car on their own really likes that positive attention, and the car salesman will be swindling them and conning them and say, no, it's the best car ever, it's the best car ever. And then they buy the car, they come home with the car, and all of a sudden has major problems. They can't take the car back. They just sunk their hard-earned money into the car. Imagine that, okay? This is important. You love this person, and they made a mistake, and they got swindled, and they feel terrible. The worst thing you can do when these MAGA people, they won't all come around, but enough will. The worst thing you can do is say, what a stupid idiot. How could you be so dumb? Couldn't you tell that guy was swindling you? When your loved one, that person is a little gullible. That's what we're dealing with. I saw an ad in Mockler's channel. What a great kid that he does amazing work. Him interviewing some MAGAs, and they were full on MAGA with their big old Trump hats and everything. Bunch of guys who didn't understand really what NATO was, but were pretending to understand what NATO was. And there was a younger guy, younger than these couple older guys, who I could tell was really listening. Because they're starting to get wind of something's off. So we have got to be compassionate. I'm not talking about being compassionate with the people that are horrible. No, they're not all racist, Electric Storm. That's a gross generalization. We can't say they all are. Right? Some of them just really were Republicans their whole lives, and they just haven't been paying attention. And then they drank the Kool-Aid. Okay, I'm going to pull 3 cards about Trump. You know what I'm saying? Yes, but I'm just talking about people that got sucked into the cult. Forgive me for going on about it, but it's really important. I'm just going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you to read The Cult of Trump by Stephen Hassan. You don't have to hand your MAGA friends or family members, but you have to read it to understand. They're brainwashed. This is all roads lead to Russia. This is all Russian propaganda, psychological warfare. This has been going on for 8-9 years. What I was just referencing, where Adam Mockler, he's on Midas Touch. He has his own show. Was talking to the MAGAs, and they were like, not understand what NATO is and thinking we need to get out. NATO keeps this world together. If they knew, they wouldn't be following him. I should have just said that in the first place. But anyway, 3 cards about Trump. All right. All right. Yeah, and I'm not talking about controlling others. I'm talking more about like I'm talking more about understanding they know not what they do. Yeah, they know not what they do. Their minds have been hijacked. And then there are those that have been racist their whole life. So that's a little different. How Trump is doing. Justice is coming. The Tower card is here. Remember, he's going to be sentenced the end of this month. Yeah, right here. Here it is right here. I asked my brother why he was supporting Trump. Went back to Faux News and Tucker Carlson. Told him he needs to look at other news sources, but he didn't understand that Faux News is not a news source. Yeah. They're misled. Yes, Combating Cult Mind Control by Stephen Hassan is also an excellent book. I like that one even better. Okay, so as far as Trump goes, Justice, the Tower, the Two of Pentacles. Right now, the DOJ is weighing it out, like when and what and when. Thank you, Moonchild. Love wins. Love wins. And Darren said, I told my brother I still love you, and he said he still loves you too. Yes. And I've said many times, the reason that I even knew of Steve Hassan was a family member was in a cult, and I didn't meet him, but my folks met with him. And I've said it many times, and I did an entire video on it a couple of months ago in June. That he said you have to keep loving them. You have to keep loving them. You don't have to talk about it, but you have to just keep loving them, because when it all falls apart, they're going to need someone to come to. And love is unconditional. And love wins, right? Anyway, the Tower card for Trump, the Tower card and the Justice card, he's not going anywhere in terms of, holding public office again. That ain't happening. Please hit the thumbs up while you're here, and thank you for being here. Yeah, and Steve Hassan, Michael Cohen interviewed Steve Hassan again, and I think it was last week. And one of my favorite part of that interview, and I'm going to tell you this because it will give you hope, was that he was talking to a cult member. I don't know if this guy was in a domestic terrorist group or what, but Steve Hassan mentioned he knew this guy who was in a kind of, I think it was a terrorist cult, and the guy got out after some time, and Steve Hassan asked him, what made him get out, and he said, well, people were just I just noticed people were being nice and, just in general, just in day-to-day life, and I just got tired of the hate. He just got tired of the hate. Right? It gets lonely. If you're just going around hating all the time, and then you see all these people over the weekend, maybe Labor Day picnics and laughing and playing games, playing volleyball, it's like, and you're there, hate, right? It's like, that gets old. That gets old. Don't buy into some belief that you might have that they're not going to get tired of the hate, because it's not a fun way to live. I'm going to pull 3 cards on, who was it I wanted to read on? Let's read on JD Vance first. JD Vance he's a disaster. At the risk of sounding like Trump, because Trump always says disaster. People are waking up. I just feel like it's really important that we let's just embrace them. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know that a vote for Trump means that you're, you know, they would ruin their entire lives if he was in power. Right? Right? Okay, I'll read on JD Vance and then I'll read on Tim Walz's brother, but I'm not gonna use the nefarious cards for Tim Walz's brother. And I understand what it is when you can't talk to certain family members, but you know, just go neutral. I understand that. JD Vance. Yes, the scales will fall from their eyes. Good job quoting the Bible there. JD Vance. Every single time that I read on JD Vance, I get that the law is coming for him. Every time. Every time. JD Vance, this is the law. He's done something. And he's out there, la-di-da, look, he's like the court jester, right? La-di-da. It's actually perfect. Let me get a little closer so you can see it. It's actually perfect. This is JD Vance. Look at me, I'm an idiot. Hang on a second. Where's my little pointer? I have too many things on my table. Yeah. Look at me! I'm a fool! Yeah. And look at... this guy looks like Mark Wahlberg. Look at him. Look at me! I'm a fool! This is JD Vance. I'm a stupid idiot! He really is. And he's so uncomfortable in his own skin. It's awful. And you know... Oh, and I have the world card here too. It just flipped itself over. So as far as JD Vance goes, isn't it crazy? That's crazy. These cards, in case I know I have other readers on the channel tonight. Welcome and thanks for coming. We have a lot of fun here. The Magicians, Martyrs, and Madmen Tarot. I don't know if you've seen this one. All right. And I always get that it's some kind of influence from other countries. JD Vance was, and I do recall that when Trump picked JD Vance, Putin, some guys at the Kremlin were really happy about it. Boy, it got dark fast, didn't it? Yeah, so there's some world, our enemies. Yes, he definitely makes you, JD Vance definitely makes you feel uncomfortable. And the tied up person, the 10 of Wands, many burdens. The guides are saying JD Vance has not had a win in terms of his public appearances. He's not had one win. He gets up there and people start booing. And then once in a while you hear a few MAGAs going, yay! Yay! Like he's a seal and he's doing a trick. Oh my goodness. Where did they find these people? Okay, so I'm gonna read on Tim Walz's brother who's MAGA. But first, I'm going to read on Elon Musk because Elon Musk he's mentally ill. Can we just establish that Elon Musk is mentally ill? That's all there is to it. That's not an insult. It's an observation. Some people have mental illness. If you ever heard Elon Musk's story, he was badly abused by his father. It's no excuse. Doesn't mean he has to be as horrible as he is. But, from Trump, same thing. But I see Elon Musk being arrested for international crimes. David saying, what's scary is that Republicans are a reflection of us. We have work to do. Damon, just plain spelling teacher. It's 1 R. Scary. Wait on up. Don't be scared. Just let's do this. France is coming from Musk. Let's ask the pendulum. I was kind of cleaning today, and right now I've got piles of stuff everywhere, so no success there just yet. All right, here's a pendulum. Is France coming for Elon Musk? I have a yes on that. I have a yes on that. Yeah. Trump is golfing all the time. That's very, very, very true. That's all he did when he was in the White House. Remember? I mean, if you want to convince a MAGA who's malleable, there are malleable MAGAs. We can call them MMs. You could make a list of all the horrible things that Trump did. I get that Elon Musk is going to... Yeah. Hitler, Trump, Musk all had abusive fathers. Yeah, that's what happens. That's how they got so evil. Elon. It's no excuse, it's just an observation. Donald Trump came into this lifetime and he never experienced what actual love is because he didn't have it. And that's true for his children too. This is Elon Musk. Yep. And the lover card. Sorry, Damon, it's not the one you like because there's 3 lover cards in this deck. But, yeah, it's about his media X. I'm reading on Elon. The Tower card. Boy, I'm getting the Tower card quite a bit tonight. They undercover lots of Russian bots. Yeah, remember Prigozhin before Putin offed him? I think he had set up a whole bunch of Russian bot farms. Prigozhin, remember he almost when he almost took Putin down when he defected. That was a weird time. Anyway, as far as Elon goes, yeah. That he's taken as much control as he has is going to produce the Tower card for him. I feel like it's going to be a big incident. I don't feel like it's that far away with Elon. A big problem, incident is going to come up. And it's going to... I see Elon being quite nervous, actually. Fun fact, the U.S. just seized a Venezuelan presidential plane. So funny. Trump confessed on Fox that he knew all about the fake electors and he's immune from that. And he also said on that Mark Levine, he also said he had a right to interfere with the election. Trump, he said that. Yeah, lots of towers tonight. Did you notice that? Yes, I do think that the arrest of the Telegraph owner has to do with Elon Musk's downfall. The world leaders they're not messing around anymore. They're not messing around anymore. Cheryl's saying it's really cooling off quickly tonight. It really is. It feels so good. Yeah. They're coming down. By the way, I just want to mention that if you become a member, you're invited to a psychic party the last Saturday of the month. So that means we had our psychic party this past Saturday. And I did a channeling session that Barbara here was so kind as to transcribe it. I channeled some intergalactic intelligence. And then I read it and it was like, oh, wow. I don't even know what I say. But one of the things that was mentioned in that channeling at our psychic party was that we have been changing our beings, your personal being, has been changing quite a lot over the past several months, and to start to notice that you're not the same person you were several months or a year or two ago. You're not the same person. Energetically, we're going through a huge transitional time where the higher vibrational frequencies of being united, being all one, hope, cooperation, kindness, joy, love, all, inspiration, all of that is going to dominate. So they can try all they want to be like, oh, we're in the 1940s Hitler. They can try all they want to be that. It is not going to work. It is not going to work. We can't be complacent. We're a generation with a cause. And our cause, everybody who's here, doesn't matter your age, we are the generation, as if to put emphasis on what I'm saying. Raising the Schumann resonance too. Yes, it's happening. We're the generation with a cause, and our cause, you cannot take it lightly. Please, please don't take it lightly. This has never happened before. It'll never happen again. Our cause is to save the world. Damon wants me. You want me to run for something, or are you saying run away because of the sirens? That sounded like a cop. Anyway, grassrootsoftdemocracy.com. It's so interesting. You mentioned Venezuela tonight. Yeah, when I'm talking about we're the generation with a cause, the sirens start going off. Our cause is to save the world. Warren, it's not going to do you any good to open your own country. I don't know why you're being such a pessimist tonight. What's up? We're all connected here. You can't just go run away to another country. Everything that happens in America is going to affect you. Yes, we're lucky to be here. We signed up for this. Okay, so I'm still with the nefarious cards. I read on Elon. I'm not going to use these for Tim Walls' brother. When I think about Tim Walls' brother, I feel like he's going to come around. Yeah, you're optimistic, Warren, but when you say you're going to go make your own country, I'm like, well, that doesn't sound very optimistic. Come on. Step it up. All right, we'll save the other nefarious people for Wednesday. Boy, there's a big ruckus going on outside. I don't know what's going on out there. We're going to save the world. We're going to save the world. No, we are saving the world. Thank you, Rose, for the subscriber count. Please subscribe if you're new, and please make sure you hit the thumbs up. You have to help me because YouTube isn't. We're all in this together, right? YouTube's corporate, right? I'm really mad at YouTube for putting a copyright on my songs. Really, I'm livid about this. It's not the first time. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? What's my song about that they're putting a copyright claim on? It's my song. Make sure you're still subscribed. What's the content of that song? We're taking back democracy. We won't be backing down. All right, 3 cards about Tim Walls' brother. I do feel like he's going to soften up. Honey works well. What are you talking about? Wait. Is there any way you can help me with that tussle with YouTube? They're making me wait like 30 days. They're saying that there's some company, I don't know, some other YouTube channel called Evading the Grays. There's a copyright claim. I looked it up. It's like nothing. They're just making it up. They're just making it up. We are the world. Yes, we are the world. I feel like Tim Walls' brother is maybe not going to come around right away, but I feel like he's coming around because he's actually proud of his brother. And there's an ego involved. My brother is vice president, right? There's an ego involved. Rose Blue wants everyone to know tea with honey, ginger, and lemon helps the cold. Who has a cold? They're doing it to the other readers that have written songs and put it on their channel. Not that I know of. Just me, as far as I know. Okay, so we're back to the more positive cards, and oh me, oh my, look at the time. Try not to go too long because people don't want to watch the whole thing. So Gloria, are you saying that there are other psychics that have written songs that put their songs on their YouTube? Yeah, I've had to get other work. I mean, I haven't been really able to make. Nobody's booked readings. I'm not yelling at you guys. I'm just saying. Just saying. Somebody's doing a hit job on me with a copyright strike. I am. I'm on it. Okay, so 3 cards. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to pull 3 cards about... Let's just pull 3 cards about us. And then I'll read some tea leaves, and then we'll watch Midas Touch. Oh my gosh, maybe I won't read... I'm not going to read tea leaves tonight. I will take a picture of the tea leaves and give you my reading and put it on... I was really blabbering tonight. I'll put it on my community page because Midas Touch starts in a little bit. Is it time? It's 8 o'clock. It's on. Yeah, it's 8 o'clock now. So here's the community cards. I'll do a 10-minute tune-up. Big change coming. All right, yeah, big change coming. That's a death card. That's great. Big change coming for the Emperor who has no clothes. Are you saying that... in 10 minutes? Yeah, okay. This is about what we're going to see. These are community cards. We're going to see the end of Trump. This is the Emperor. It doesn't cost anything to copyright my own song. Then I wrote it and I'm singing it. That's the copyright. It doesn't. People think it has to be really formal. It really doesn't. Okay, and then okay. So this is what I'm seeing. These are the community cards we're ending with, and thank you for coming. Grassrootsdemocracy.com. Hang on, I'm not done with this reading. Grassrootsdemocracy.com. On Tuesday nights we do a guided meditation for a healed America. Make sure you're on that email list. The Emperor is buck naked. Exactly. And welcome back, Damon. Send Damon a lot of positive vibes because he's got bad jet lag. We're going to see the end of the Emperor who has no clothes and the people coming together with a common vision. Yes! All right. What you said makes it legal. No, it's having my song played by me is totally legal, but I know what you're saying. Thank you for attempting to help. Namaste. See you Wednesday or come tomorrow night too. All right. PsychicAnnetteDion.com is where you book a reading. I need to pay my bills. Thank you. Bye. Love you guys.